awkward sermons you can't unhear. Part 2.
This peppy little song, it's sung by a group, I didn't know this, I looked it up this morning, called Fifth Harmony, and it's called I'm Worth It. The words are, I'm worth it. Give it to me, I'm worth it. And Jesus is saying to his disciples, give it to me. I'm worth it. I'm worth it.
And on the seventh day, God said, you don't gotta go to work.
Tomorrow's Sunday, what you doing? Think about just wearing this hat. Why? Well, you better be going to church. You better be going to church.
What's the truth about President Trump's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein? And the regime is bending over backwards to protect Alec Baldwin. It's a 5-orange juicy Smollett day. Plus, it's pop culture rewind time. I'm AlexClark, and this is POPlitics. Anyone who says on social media right now that the media isn't covering the Ghislaine Maxwell trial is deemed fake news. They get a big ol' "this is incorrect" by the fact checkers stamped right on their post. But we are covering it, they say. Yeah, okay, fair, it's being covered, but not nearly in the same way as they've covered other stories. The Ghislaine Maxwell trial, for example, is so low on the priority list for CNN that a story about a toddler trying pumpkin pie for the first time gets priority on their homepage. If you scroll forever, you still won't see it. Are they covering it? Technically, yes, but it's like Joe Jonas saying he was still a virgin because he wore a purity ring.
Make God a promise, right here and right now, that we will remain pure and chaste until marriage.
A lot of leftists on Twitter are salivating at the mouth and excited because Jeffrey Epstein's pilot dropped President Trump's name on a list of people that he's flown on Jeffrey's plane, along with President Bill Clinton, Kevin Spacey, and more. They think this is the ultimate gotcha to Trump supporters. But ooh, baby child, do I have some news for you. It's true that Donald Trump flew on Epstein's plane with him, but here's what the media is leaving out. We already knew this. It isn't new news. The flight occurred in the late 90s when Trump's plane was broken. So he hitched a ride with Jeffrey Epstein from West Palm Beach, Florida to New York City. That was it. That was the one time, which he's admitted before. He never left the country with him, unlike former President Billy Boy Clinton.
Oh, I want the truth to be said.
Tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, Alec Baldwin is going to get a prime-time interview with George Snuffleupagus to discuss accidentally shooting and killing the cinematographer on the Rust set. Given his celebrity status, Alec Baldwin isn't in jail right now. Easily enough for him. If you want to repair your image, all you have to do is be interviewed by ABC, NBC, or CBS. They'll make sure that you come out looking like the victim.
We know you sat down with Alec Baldwin.
Yesterday afternoon, and Michael, you know, I've done thousands of interviews in the last 20 years at ABC. This was the most intense I've ever experienced. Well, it's so raw. I mean, as you can imagine, he's devastated.
All right. Here's what happened this week in pop culture history with the Pop Culture Rewind. This week in 1955, Rosa Parks, a real OG, refused to move to the back of the public bus in Montgomery, Alabama.
Are you gonna move?
No.
1989 this week, Christmas Vacation was released in theaters. This is one of my least favorite Christmas movies. Unpopular opinion. This week in 1991, Britney Spears slayed on Star Search.
Can do anything, oh anything. Keep believing in that
In 1994 this week, serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer died of injuries received after he was attacked by other prisoners while cleaning a prison toilet. It was reported that nobody saw nothing.
It was a brutal murder behind bars, a shocking lapse of prison security. And while correction officials promise an investigation, no one involved with the Jeffrey Dahmer case says that they're surprised.
This week in 2009, American Amanda Knox was convicted of murdering her British roommate, Meredith Kercher, in Italy. There's a great Netflix doc on this. Amanda Knox also recently did interviews with Joe Rogan and Father Alex Cooper.
It's Meredith, and she's dead. And I was like, oh my God, Like, it was outside of the house that someone was telling me her body was in there.
And then this week in 2011, Dr. Conrad Murray received a 4-year sentence for involuntary manslaughter in Michael Jackson's death.
Was Michael Jackson a drug addict, desperate for the substance that eventually killed him? That's the defense his personal physician, Dr. Conrad Murray, plans to use at his trial set to begin next month.
And that's what happened this week in pop culture history. Tonight at midnight Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific, a brand new episode of The Spillover will drop on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Out of all of the episodes so far, this one is like listening to a Lifetime movie. So many twists and turns, family drama, and a happy ending. It's a phenomenal interview with someone who survived something that a lot of people probably don't even know can happen. I know I've never really thought about it. So there's that to look forward to. A brand new POPlitics sweatsuit is out, ordered by December 12th, so that hopefully you'll get it in time for Christmas. Obviously, there are no guarantees with USPS, but ideally, if you order by then, you should get it in time for the holiday. Support this show first by liking this episode. Do you feel like the media is gonna do everything they can to save Alec Baldwin? Because I kind of do. Share this episode to your story so that people hear the truth about President Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. Did you think that pastor in the beginning was being creative with this sermon or cringy? And tap the save button to help this episode show up in the algorithm. We're back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. It's pop culture without the propaganda every single day. I'm AlexClark, and this is POPlitics. Support POPlitics, the first ever conservative pop culture daily show, by subscribing to our channel, turning on notifications, and of course, hitting the thumbs up. Also, our main home is on Instagram. Seriously, just trust me, that's when the real magic happens. Follow us there at POPlitics.